Hey, good morning, everybody, and thank you for coming back to the Ellis Network for another broadcast in the morning. There's a few things that we're going to talk about really quick in this video, and I'm pretty sure information is going to be evolving quickly all day, so I will do my best to try to keep you guys updated. Now, you guys know with my channel, I tend to stay away from mainstream media and look at alternative news. You know, I brought out that video about diplomacy's dead in North Korea. You know, that was an alternative view of what mainstream media is talking about. Now, there's another article regarding North Korea I want to talk about, and then we're also going to talk about a few other things that mainstream media is as well covering, and it's big. Alright, so anyways, let's go ahead and get into this video, this article. I'll post a link in the description. You guys can read it. I brought out a video yesterday with information that was coming out that same day, the night before, saying that North Korea's economy could collapse within 1 year with all the sanctions, with heavy sanctions being put on by the UN. China's pulling out, you know, basically turning its back on its trading partner, on its finance partner. China did a lot of business with North Korea. Without China, North Korea is no doubtly going to, you know, hurt. This article came out about 9 hours ago, and it's from Fox News. And it just makes me wonder, you know, how is this possible if the economy is going to collapse within a year? It's speculated a year. It could be sooner. Heck, it could be even longer. It depends on how frugal Kim is. But with that article coming out and what I'm about to bring out to you guys, it's kind of showing that maybe Kim Jong-un isn't as frugal as we think, or maybe he actually has resources to get more money than what we think. For any of you guys that know about the Hotel of Doom, that's in North Korea. It's one of the biggest, largest skyscrapers in the city. They started construction of it back in the late 80s, and construction stopped because in 1992, all this information's in this article. It stopped in 92 because of the economic crisis that they had, and then 2 years later, President Clinton goes off and gives them nuclear power, and I think that's what really set it back up. Kim Jong-un, as of today, has started reconstruction of this hotel. Again, like I said, you know, if you're supposed to, you know, if you're so bad off, where's he getting the funding for this? Maybe this is just a ploy because of the information that came out last night saying that they're so broke. Maybe Kim's doing this to prove a point that maybe they're not so bad off. So anyways, I'll post a link in this description. You guys can read it. It gives you a little bit more information on the hotel. I just briefly ran through it this morning when I woke up. But again, I wanted to bring it out to you guys because they're saying that the economy is going to collapse within a year. But yet he started reconstruction of this hotel. So anyways, let's go ahead and get into the other thing. And this is coming out last night. This is pretty much already mainstream. A lot of people is already talking about it, and I think that it's just not going to go away anytime soon. We also have to keep an eye out for the next big distraction. I seriously think that there will be a big distraction following this once they actually get into it. President Trump's already, you know, made remarks about it. Jeff Sessions is supposed to get involved. And what I'm talking about, guys, is the WikiLeaks. Julian Assange's WikiLeaks dumps that he did yesterday showing a Russian collusion, but it's not against President Trump. It's in fact showing that the Clintons, Hillary and Bill, and the Clinton Foundation was taking bribery and kickbacks from the Russian government for uranium. And this operation is being dubbed as Uranium 1. You guys can type that in and look it up all over the internet. It's just breaking last night, showing the corruption. They're saying that this is one of the biggest scandals in American history. And then Obama knew all about it, and he turned his back on it, and in fact showed that he was taking bribery money and kickbacks from it as well. They sold off 20% of America's uranium to Russia, which, if you guys know anything, uranium is the main ingredient to make nuclear bombs. I think that what it is that they were promising, you know, to make cleaner energy and then sell it back to the American people. Again, Hillary, she's the one that set it up. And it's pretty funny of how they always want to blame Russia for losing the elections, but also at the same time, the Russians, they outsmarted the Clintons. They basically, again, like I said, bribed them. You do what we do, you do what we say, and blah blah blah, or else we're gonna let the people know what you're really about. And then so close to elections, Hillary was sought to win, and Russia was making their threats. So it really ties into everything. As in like how the deep state and the Democratic Party was trying to pin Russia against President Trump. They've been looking for a year and haven't seen or found a single thing that sheds real evidence on it. However, yesterday with the information that dropped, the whole deep state is shaking right now. And this goes all the way from Obama's Department of Justice, Comey, FBI leaders, CIA leaders, and even the Clintons and the foundation. In fact, was doing collusion with Russia, selling uranium to them illegally, and then putting the people's interest, the American people, you, me, everyone that I know that's an American citizen, at danger with this. So this is really going to be captivating mainstream media. It's going to be talked about everywhere and anywhere. And I can guarantee you, just like any other news story, there's going to be a left view and a right view, a right view and a wrong view. And this also comes out, the same time that George Soros takes $18 billion out of his own bank account and funnels it to other charitable events, which we've known in the past that George Soros has in fact funded these protests for Black Lives Matter, Antifa, anything that would go into American streets and cause chaos. Buses, paying for the buses for these massive groups of people to show up and do the protesting. We've seen on Craigslist, people getting offered $1,500 a day to go out and protest. That's all George Soros' money. That's all his money. And now that it's being shown that it's being funneled to these smaller groups, with Antifa promising a civil war starting November 4th. Now, I don't know how true that is, but guys, you guys got to really pay attention. This is the same shit that happened to Ukraine a couple years ago, when Ukraine had its civil war. And they toppled its government and then put Pashinko involved, which I believe is a CIA operative for the because Ukraine policies wasn't benefiting America. So we created a coup, which basically is getting ready to start here in America. If you guys think about it, it's the same narrative. You guys just have to go back and put the pieces together. I see it happening. A lot of other people see it happening, not just me. I'm not the only one that thinks this. As a matter of fact, you know what? The only reason why I'm bringing it up to you guys is because other people are talking about it. It's the same narrative that happened in Ukraine. Staged coup, overthrow government, put someone in power that would actually, America would benefit off of, the deep state. Now, with all this information coming out from the WikiLeaks dump, and it's being dubbed as Uranium 1. You guys can look up any information you guys want on this now that it's public. It's called Uranium 1, and you'll find it. Just type in Uranium 1 and you'll find all the information about this. I'm just wondering what's going to be the next big event that's going to happen to try to distract us. Because we know it's going to happen. The American people are starting to look into it. American people are starting to question it. And there has to be a distraction. We all know how the Democrats work. They always have a distraction to take people's eyes off of this and put it over there so that they can tie all this stuff up and clean it up, and then hopefully people forget about it. So if there's anything major that's going to happen within the next couple of days, you can bet that it's probably tied to that. Whether or not it be the actual start of the war with North Korea. Civil war might actually start sooner with Antifa now. This may have kicked it into gear. We don't know. Okay, and I definitely don't know. I'm not going to say, honestly, I'm not going to say it's going to happen for sure. Just giving you an idea. Just giving you something to think about. So anyways, guys, again, like I said, this information is going to be evolving all day long. And mainstream media is pretty much going to cover it. But I will try my best to be on top of it as well. With everything else that's going on in the news, North Korea, There's also, again, like I said, there's hyped tension going on in the Middle East with Syria and Israel. U.S.'s involvement still over there. We still have the Vegas shooting. No one knows still, 2 months in or 2 weeks into it, no one still knows any motive, any objective. The police department down there in Vegas, they're not saying, they're saying that they don't agree with what the FBI is saying. Also, we all know that the FBI, as of 2 weeks ago, I believe it was, I was reading an article where, and it's being real hush-hush, it was real hard to find this, that the FBI is actually in court right now, and it's not to testify against anyone. They're actually being charges pressed against them for creating crimes so that they can go in and bust the crimes and solve the crimes to better their credibility. Now, if that's the case, man, that's pretty screwed up if you ask me. But then again, look at the day and age that we live in the society. Anyone and everyone will do anything to make themselves look better. So again, guys, try to keep your eyes on this. Comey's definitely going to be coming back into the picture, and Mueller. Jeff Sessions. Jeff, I'm calling for you, man. President Trump, I'm calling for you. Do something for this corruption. You have all the evidence right here, plus everything that's came out the last couple months to do something. Get them off our street. If I was to do anything like this, you best believe I'd be set on death row. Just being an American citizen, just because they're a political figure doesn't mean that they're better than us. Alright? Remember that. You guys are political figures. You guys are supposed to be setting the bar for the citizens to follow. If you're going to be lawless, don't be mad at American people for being lawless as well. Alright, guys, so stay tuned. Hit the like, subscribe button if you guys like what I'm talking about. And then also, you can hit that bell notification, and that'll notify you whether or not you're on your phone, or it'll send you an email every time I upload a video, so you guys can come and stay in the loop. Please comment in the section so we can, discuss other things. Maybe give me some more information for my next video that we could talk about. Alright, guys, remember, share. We got to get the word out there for this. Alright, guys, later.